you everyone for joining this morning. And again, um, we are going to cover off how to build a newsletter campaign. So let me tell you a little bit about me. My name is Lynda. If we haven't already chatted before, I am with the professional services team. So what my team does is we are available to help people, to help you create landing pages, campaigns. We can help you with account setup information, and we can also help coordinate any additional development services items as well. So if you are ever in need of some assistance, by all means, feel free to reach out to any one of us from the team. So for today, again, we're going to talk about how to build a newsletter campaign. I'm going to chat a little bit about how the email builder works. We're going to talk about building an actual email template in your account. We're going to go ahead and take that email template and we're going to build a newsletter campaign. Then I just want to kind of round it all off by going over a few tips and best practice items that I like to remind everyone to keep in mind when you're going through building an email or creating that newsletter campaign. So before we kind of deep dive into the details here, I do want to just kind of go over some of the additional resources that ActiveDEMAND will offer our clients. We do have an online certification and learning system that you can access. We also have support articles available to our clients as well. We have how-to YouTube videos available. We do have blogs that are sent out by the team. And of course, we have our monthly webinars, which will cover off just different topics that will apply to everyone, to be honest. So let's start off by talking about how your email builder works. This will all begin in your email template library. So if you're new to the platform, you can find your email template library by going to your main menu on your far left-hand side. If you find that it feels like you're missing your menu, don't panic. You do see the little icon just under the ActiveDEMAND logo. We call it the hamburger icon. Just go ahead and click that. It will expand your menu open. Go under your Assets tab and go ahead and select the email template library. So your email builder will allow you to do quite a number of things actually. It's going to allow you the opportunity to create emails for campaigns. You can go ahead and add images and links to the email itself, and you can customize the subject line for the emails as well, which is very important because it's all about messaging and getting the attention of your prospects. You can also build email templates that can be reused over and over again for future campaigns. All you need to do is add image place card holders or text holders and just update the images and content information based on the need of the email and the campaign. A lot of folks will create an email and they find that, oh, it's amazing, I love it, I did such a great job on it, I want to reuse it. And that's totally available for everyone. You have the ability to clone your email template and apply it to a new campaign or a different campaign. So let's go ahead and deep dive into how to build an email or an email template. Now, there's 3 different ways that you can build an email template in ActiveDEMAND. You can use any one of the ActiveDEMAND email templates that are available to everyone through the platform. There's also a blank template where you can select that and just build an email from scratch. And we also have a template that allows you to import your own information. So I'm just going to quickly show you here, and I hope everyone can see that. Select your new email template icon, and it'll take you right to the email template library where you can see all the different ActiveDEMAND options that you can select from. You can have your blank template, or you can also select to import. So we're going to start today by using a plain template for this example. Okay, so now that we've selected, or we've gone ahead and chosen a blank template or a blank slate to start with, let's start adding some details to this template. We're going to talk about, again, your email header information, which is very important. I'm going to walk you through how to add text information and how to edit that information. I'm going to walk you through how to add images and buttons if you'd like, and how to edit those. We can even edit the layout, and I'll walk you through that, because maybe, you know, once you've brought all your content in, all your images, maybe you want to move this paragraph into a different position, maybe move the image to a different location. So we'll go ahead and cover that off as well. I also want to talk about preview and testing, which is also, it should be part of your email building process. It's very important to be able to take a look at your end product before you go ahead and share it or launch it with your clients or your prospects. So let's go ahead, we're back into the email template library, and we're going to go ahead and select the blank template. Always remember to name your email template. Okay, and then go ahead and select create. And this will give you your blank slate to work with. And again, we want to edit your email header. You're going to click the drop down and you're going to edit your subject line. So again, your subject line to your email is very important because it's going to help capture the attention of your audience and start conveying the message that you want to share. We can close that by just closing the email header piece. And now we're going to talk about structure. The structure allows you to add how you want your rows of information to look, how many columns you might want to implement into your email template. And then we're going to go ahead and talk about content. And this is, again, adding text information to your email template. You can add an image to your email template. You can add header and footer information. It's all about selecting, clicking, dragging, and dropping. That's how simple this is. Now let's talk about editing the information. You can double click on your text block and then just edit your text information that way directly on your template. You can also edit by hovering over your text block and just clicking the pencil icon. The image editing, double click on the place card holder. You can upload an image that you have, or you can add from your static images. Always remember to save and then close. And then again, you can go ahead and just click on a row of information that you'd like to edit and drag. Again, we're going to preview our work. and then you'll see what your client or your prospect will receive. And you can also send a test email to yourself. Enter your email address. And then go ahead and select the test icon. And then again, it's all about seeing what your prospects will see and receive. And again, I can't stress it enough. Save your work. You've put the effort, you've put the thought into it. Make sure you don't lose that. Okay. Now let's go on to taking that email template that you've created, and let's go ahead and build out a newsletter campaign. So now we have our existing email template. Now we're going to go into automation and we're going to select campaigns. We're going to go ahead and select the newsletter campaign, name your newsletter campaign. And once you've named it, you can go ahead and select a date on when you want the campaign to launch. And you can even select the time of day that you'd like your newsletter or your email to go out. Go ahead and select create, or if you'd like to select wizard, the wizard will allow the system to walk you through each step. So once the campaign template loads, you will be able to see your new campaign template under your automation section of your main menu. So let's go ahead and keep going on to the next step of building your campaigns. So I do want to talk about the overview tab in your campaign. Here it allows you to be able to select your audience, add your email content. You can click on the icon, go directly to the top of the page to find the email template that you've created, select it, go back to the main campaign. Then you can see the calendar showing you when you've scheduled your campaign to go out. Now your dashboard tab will allow you to see the results of your campaign. Your goals tab will allow you to see the goals that you've set for a prospect to achieve within the campaign. It can be something as simple as scheduling an appointment with a member of the sales team. Your assets tab will allow you to see any additional assets such as landing pages, pop-ups that are connected to your campaign. Let's go back to the overview tab. Make sure you save your campaign when you make your changes. Okay. Now let's go into the details of your campaign. So again, we're going to go into campaigns. We're going to locate your campaign. We're going to open the campaign by clicking the pencil icon. We're going to edit the overview tab. So we want to verify the name of the campaign. We're going to add the contact list that we want to be part of the campaign. We're going to see the date that the email is going to go out, but we want to select and add a follow-up email. You can do that simply by dragging the email icon onto your calendar, and it automatically sets up the next step. Now you're going to see a schedule tab, and you can see the first email and the option to add the second email. You can go ahead and click the edit, and you can actually build your follow-up email directly from the templates here, or if you've already built it, again, you can find it at the top of the page under your email template library. Select, save, and go back to your main campaign. So if you're going to build from here, you can do the same thing. Select the template that you'd like to use. You can select to change the structure. You can change the content, including text information, buttons, and images. And then you should always preview your work. All right, so now you can see that you have a first campaign email and then a follow-up or a new step email. All right. Always note when you create a campaign, the campaign is always set to an inactive state. No campaign will automatically be activated. You will need to manually activate it. That way you have control of the date on when it will launch, and it will allow you an opportunity just to review your work, especially if it's the first few campaigns that you've created. Okay. So now that we're winding down to how we are building a newsletter campaign, just a couple of tips and best practices that I'd like to recommend to everyone. Always confirm your subject line and preview text. It does help improve your open rate. Again, we want to catch your audience's eye. We want to make sure we get the message across right away. Okay, make sure you review your content. Be happy with what you have created as a template. Make sure the message that you've intended to get across is there, and make sure you're just aware of your audience for that particular campaign. You want to make sure that the message is there for them. Test your campaign before you launch it live. Okay. In a newsletter campaign, the best way to test that is to send a test email to yourself, and then you'll have an understanding of what your audience is going to see when they receive the email information through their email. Okay. And before we go into any questions, I want to thank everyone for joining our webinar today. If you have any further questions after today's webinar, always remember you can reach out to any one of the members of our team through live chat. You can also email us at engage@activedemand.com, or feel free to book any additional support sessions that you might have regarding a specific how to create an email, or if you have any specific questions about a campaign that you've created. Okay, so again, thank you for joining us, and I will